This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 11, verse 25.
Bring it out.
And how could anything have endured if it had not been thy will?
What the Lord say?
How could anything have endured if it had not been thy will?
How can anything endure if it not be of the Most High's will?
That's right.
Right. So we tell brothers day in and sisters day in and day out that you got to endure these things, but it's all through the Most High. The Most High, He puts you in certain situations that you can handle. Right. Hey brother, you got a minute for the Bible real quick? Let me read you one verse. One verse. You got time for one verse. One verse. Come on, brother. One verse. Come on. One verse.
Brother.
I'll praise the Most High. Give me Deuteronomy 28:68. What's going on, brother? How you doing? Right. I'm gonna read you one verse. What you did? Listen to this.
Deuteronomy 28:68, and it reads,
You believe in God?
and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Read that one more time.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Moses talked to the Israelites. He's saying you're gonna go back into Egypt again. Israel was enslaved under the Egyptians. You know, Moses said, "Let my people go," and they had to go through the sea. You familiar with that? Right? So he's saying because you don't keep the commandments, you're going to go back into Egypt again, but not the physical place, talking about slavery, right? So read that again.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
And the Lord is going to bring the Israelites into slavery again.
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
What's your race, brother? Right? How did so-called black people get here to America? Right, slave ships, right? Right, like that one over there. Right, that's in the Bible, read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
Right, you never see your homeland again, because we're still stuck over here in America.
Right.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Right, we got the sign right here. We were sold as slaves. You familiar with this history? Slavery, right? Read.
For bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
And what?
And no man shall buy you.
Nobody ever came and saved us out this captivity. Nobody ever saved us and redeemed us out this captivity. Because we calling ourselves black, that's just the color of my shirt. Where's the land of black? What's the language of black? Right? If you call yourself African American, those are the names of two different white people. Right? And I'm sure you don't descend from two different white men. That doesn't make sense, right? Right? So your true nationality will go back to the Bible because God created everybody. So you don't go by the name you learned in slavery. You go by what the Lord called you, right? Does that make sense, brother? So when you read this, you got to realize the Bible that is talking to you is talking to the Israelites, right? One more, Romans 11:1. That's your family over there? I got it.
Romans 11:1, and it reads.
Father? Adopted.
I say then, has God cast away his people? God forbid.
Right. God's chosen people aren't cast away. They're still here in 2024, right? Because He always had a chosen people. Old Testament and New Testament.
For I also am an Israelite.
What Paul say?
For I also am an Israelite.
Right. We are the Israelites, God's chosen people.
Of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin.
Right. And He even called out His tribe, right? You see your race on the sign? What you say you consider American black? Be from the tribe of Judah. Same tribe Christ was from, right? And they say that is Christ, but we're saying people from Judah look like us. So is that a true image of Christ?
I don't know what you look like.
Right. All right, I gotta show you before you dip. Revelation 1:14. Make it quick.
Revelation 1:14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
His head and his hairs are what?
We're white like wool.
You know what type of hair woolly hair is? Like hair you got, brother. Hair he got. Hair we all got up here, right? That's woolly hair.
As white as snow, and his eyes was a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass.
Right, and his feet was like fine brass. You know what color brass is? It's like a penny, like brown. His feet were like fine brass.
As if they burned in a furnace.
As if they burned in a furnace. So if you take something and burn it, it's going to get darker. Right, so this is not a true image of Christ, but that's the image that they give us. Now, why is it the image that they give us? It's because during slavery, you want to, your master wants you to think of him as your God. When your God looks like you. Everybody in the Bible, there's description of color in the Bible.
Right.
There's description of plenty of nations on their characteristics, how they look. So people say color doesn't matter, but it's in the Bible.
Right.
You got to explain that. If color doesn't matter, then why did God have His prophets write it in the Bible?
Right.
If it didn't matter, because it does matter, brother. Right? It matters. You go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Jacob's name was changed to Israel. He's the progenitor, the father of the Israelites. So your race is determined by your father. Your father is a so-called black man, right? So y'all would be Israelites. You just lost that during slavery. That makes sense, brother? right? Let me get your flyer before you dip. So you look on this side, you got the YouTube channel, you can scan it and take it right there. You from Baltimore? Virginia? Okay. We got people out there in Virginia. I think, let me see real quick. I think this QR code right here will scan to every city we in.
Right.
So we have people in Virginia that teach the same thing, that teach the Bible. Right? We teach that we are Israelites and we got to keep God's commandments. You know God's commandments? You got to know God. You got to at least get one before you do. A commandment. All praise to the Most High. Give me Deuteronomy 14:8.
Deuteronomy 14:8 and read. And the swine.
You know what swine is, brother? Swine is pork. Right, it's another way of saying like a pig, a hog, pork.
Because it divide the hoof, yet cheweth not the cud. It is unclean unto you.
You can't eat pork. Right? I'm pretty sure you heard different religions say they don't eat pork. They get it from the Bible.
Right.
But this isn't religion. These are literally instructions from a father given to his children. Right? The Most High is giving the Israelites instructions saying you cannot eat pork. Just like how you had kids or a little brother, you cannot do this. That's specifically for you. Right? Not a religion, just commandments. Right? Read.
Ye shall not eat of their flesh, nor touch their dead carcass. These shall ye eat of all the underwaters, all that has fins and scales.
So if it come out the water, it gotta have fins and scales, right? Read.
Shall ye eat, and whatsoever have not fins and scales, ye may not eat.
If it doesn't have fins and scales, you cannot eat it. Shrimp, crab, lobsters, mussels, scallops, oysters, all those things. It has to have fins and scales, like fish. You know, bass, salmon, whiting. This is a quick visual, real quick. Things you can eat, things you can't eat. So you got beef on there, you got bison, you got lamb, you got fish. Things you can't eat: pork, snakes, shrimp, octopus, horses, dogs. You can't eat those things. The Lord gave you a dietary law because everything that moves isn't food.
Right.
Right? You wouldn't eat a monkey.
Right.
I know you wouldn't eat a monkey. So everything that moves isn't food.
Right.
All right, brother? All right, brother. So we Israelites. God chose the people. What you say your name was again? Casey, right? Casey. Oh, Casey. All right, brother. You hit up. Check out that QR code and look for WF5 VA or W5 Virginia, whatever they call it, and go talk to us, brothers. If you got any questions about what we doing, the commandments, go hit those brothers up. They're up there every Friday and every Saturday around the same time.
Right.
All right, brother. We Israelites. God shows people, right? All right, brother. Be safe.
All praise to the Most High.
Lord willing, that brother, check out that flyer.
Con.
Right? Yeah, we gotta watch who we hang out with. Yeah. He ain't really wanna say it.
Yeah.
But you know, we plant the seed, Lord willing, Most High give the increase. Right? Go back to Wisdom of Solomon 11 and 25. Give me Sirach 6 and 14. You give me 1 Peter 4 and 12. Read Wisdom of Solomon.
Book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 11, verse 25.
Bring it out.
And how could anything have endured if it had not been thy will?
What?
If it had not been thy will.
Right, so everything is of the Most High's will. Right, read.
Or been preserved if not called by thee?
Right. And we're called by the Most High. It has to be preserved by the Most High, not by the will of man. Everything we get is from the Most High.
Right.
Our faithfulness and our righteousness. Give me hold that and give me 1 Samuel 26 and 23 real quick.
But thou spurest all, for they are thine, O Lord, thou lover of souls.
Right. Let's sit on that. Read this.
1 Samuel 26 and 23 in the read.
Bring it out.
The Lord rendered to every man his righteousness and his faithfulness.
The Lord does what?
He rendered to every man his righteousness and his faithfulness.
Right. The Lord renders to every man his faithfulness and his righteousness.
Right.
All that comes from the Most High. It's not anything you can do.
Right.
All the afflictions you endured, all the pain you went through. People like, I got me through that. I did that.
What are you doing?
I got shot and I got myself to the hospital. The Lord did that.
Right.
The Lord controls everything. Why would the Most High just have stuff out of His control? What sense does that make? That's these false gods that these people make. These false gods that they chip and they bring food to. You gotta feed your own God.
Right.
You gotta bathe your own God.
Right.
You gotta carry your own God around.
Right.
You gotta protect your own God. What kind of God is that?
Right.
That's these false gods that they give us in this world, and they try to equate that to the Most High, saying I got a personal relationship with God. The sister yesterday said God comes to talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
Right. He said he come to me.
Right.
Specifically.
Right.
When I'm ready, on my time, after I wake up,
Right.
and brush my teeth. People really proud like that. I realize you nothing. You just man. You dust and ashes. That's like it's Sirach the 10th chapter. You just dust and ashes, made from the ground, and can be destroyed in an instant.
Right.
Read that again.
The Lord rendered to every man his righteousness and his faithfulness. For the Lord delivered thee into my hand today, but I will not stretch forth my hand against the Lord's anointed.
Right. So you can drop that. Give me Sirach 6 and 14. Right. So everything we have is from the Most High. The endurance we have, the people He set up in our lives to help us out, the brothers we have in the camp, and all praise to the Most High for y'all brothers, man.
That's right.
I appreciate y'all brothers.
Right.
Every brother that the brothers putting in work, being sincere, coming out here enduring the heat, enduring the cold. Right. Right. You see a race on the sign? Yeah. Say what?
I said no.
What's your race?
What's my race?
Yeah.
White.
You said white? From where?
From where? I don't know.
You don't know like where your ancestors go back to at all? So you just don't get lost?
I don't feel lost.
Say what?
I said I don't feel lost.
Well, white is not a race, that's a color.
Oh, okay.
That's why I was asking what your race was.
Sorry, I don't know.
So rank 6 and 14 in the reads.
Bring it out.
A faithful friend is a strong defense.
The Lord said,
A faithful friend is a strong defense.
a faithful friend, a friend is a strong defense.
Right.
Brother, you got a minute for the Bible real quick?
Brother.
And a white Nike, you got a minute for the Bible real quick? Right? Straight, a faithful friend is a strong defense. The Most High puts people into your life to be a defense for you.
Right.
Right? That phone call you got from a brother could have helped you stay in the truth. That phone call you denied because you didn't feel like talking to a brother. That brother that called on you and he needed your help. The Lord's put people. He might give you somebody that's not like being in a proud way. Somebody that might be weaker than you in the spirit, and you might wax a little mightier than them. He might give you them to occupy your idle time. That 30 minutes idle time you had every day. He might give you them to go check on them, to read with that brother,
Right.
to strengthen that brother, to keep your candle going.
Right.
So your 30 minutes doesn't turn to an hour.
Right.
Then your 30 minutes of idleness turns into your 1 hour turns into 2 hours.
Right,
Then
that's
your
right.
2 hours turn into 5 hours, and then you're not even reading no more. You're not fasting no more. You gave up. You got
Yeah.
tired. You lost patience. The Lord said, "Woe unto thee have lost patience."
Facts.
Right? And y'all got a minute for the Bible real quick? Y'all got a minute for the Bible real quick?
Sister.
Did y'all know God is against interracial relationships?
Right.
Did you know God hates interracial relationships?
Right.
See, they don't want to deal with that.
Right.
They know what's wrong. They know what's wrong. Because any real man would have said something about us, talk about his relationship.
Right.
But he's just going to smile. That's why it confuses me when our sisters want to be with these weak men.
Right.
That makes zero sense.
Right.
But if she was with another Jacob, we said something to him, then she would have had a problem with him. She's like, you ain't no man. Why you ain't say nothing to him? Why you ain't defend my honor? When it comes to Esau, she become a lion and protect him. Don't talk to him like that.
Right.
Man, that makes zero sense to me.
Right.
What did they have to talk about? He listens to what's the Edomite? Green Day, and she want to listen to Fantasia,
Right.
and they arguing in the car, fighting
Right.
over the ox.
Right.
He turned on Soldier Boy because he think that's new. He like, yeah, I got you a mixtape. I bring you the Soldier Boy mixtape. You can't. Cars don't even have CD players no more.
That's right.
Got you the Soldier Boy mixtape. What the hell they got in common? Who was reading? You was reading? Read that again.
So rank 6 and 14.
Bring
A
it out.
faithful friend is a strong defense, and he that have found such a one have found a treasure.
Found a what?
Have found a treasure.
Right, that's found a treasure. The Most High is giving you a treasure when a brother, wants to talk to you, when a brother wants to study with you.
Right.
You should be happy when a brother wants to study. Hey, that makes me feel good when a brother be like, I want to study with you. I want to read with you. What you study? Right? And it's even better when you're not doing anything. When you just watching TV or something, when you're chilling around and the brother hits you up and the Lord put you right back in the work.
Right.
And he's like, forget what I was even doing. You don't even care about finishing the show. right? Let me, what else I call? Right, so the Most High puts people into your life so you can endure these afflictions, and you gotta rely on the Most High to endure these afflictions, right?
1 Peter chapter 4 and verse 12.
Bring it out.
Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you.
Concerning the what?
Concerning the fiery trial which is to try you.
Right, concerning the fiery trial. Read that one more time, Slack.
Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you.
Right, that fiery trial is to try you. It's for you.
Right.
It's not for Esau. They can't go through the trials we go through.
Right.
It's not Moab. You can't go through what we go through. You try to put Moab in slavery and they going, man, the brother said they're going to kill themselves. Right, they be doing it. They grab the sword and say, I've dishonored my family.
Right.
And smoke them and off them. Right? These other nations, Ishmael, they didn't want to put Elam in slavery. They know how bad it would have smelled.
Right.
They don't want to deal with that.
Right.
And they used to test on our people.
Right.
Our people literally endured fiery trials.
Right.
Literally trying our people, seeing how much pain we can endure.
Right.
Giving doing surgery on our sisters without giving them any anesthesia. Literally fiery trials that only our people can go through.
Right.
That's how you know we the God's chosen people.
Right.
Because we don't, as much as they do to us, we still survive these things.
That's right.
Think about all throughout the years of us being in slavery, putting us on those boats with no sanitation, probably barely giving us any food with any nutrients in it, probably dirty water.
Right.
We survived that boat trip over here. We came over here. We taught them how to farm, how to bathe themselves, how to clothe. But they put us in slavery. Once we got out of slavery, immediately we set up our own economy.
That's right.
Set up Black Wall Street.
Right.
They got jealous and bombed it. They said, "All right, we're going. Nah. They can't do this. They could be free, but they can't prosper. Yeah,
Right.
they can't
Better.
flourish.
Right.
Yeah, they're doing better than us. How
Right.
they do that and they just got out of slavery?
Right.
Because that's how it's in our blood. It's in our spirit, and it's because we have the Most High with us.
Right.
Right? Hold that real quick. Give me Psalm 18:1 real quick.
Psalms 18:1 in the read.
Bring it out.
I will love thee, O Lord, my strength. The Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer. My God, my strength, in whom I will trust. My butler and the horn of my salvation and my high tower.
Right, in our high tower, right? So go back to that in 1 Peter.
1 Peter 4 and verse 12. Beloved, think not it Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. But rejoice, inasmuch as ye are partakers of Hamashiach sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also.
Maybe what?
Ye may be glad also.
Right, because everybody's glad when they go through a tough trial and they overcome it.
Right.
Ain't that right? You see your race on the sign? Where you from?
From here.
Said what?
I'm a child of God.
I said your race on the
Oh,
sign.
my race.
Yeah, everybody's not a child of God. You have to become. You have to be an Israelite to be a child of God.
Right.
What? You don't agree with the Bible?
I agree with the Bible.
All right, give me Hosea chapter 1 verse 10, real quick.
Saying I have to be an
Hosea chapter 1 and verse 10.
It already got you hot. She don't. Yeah, I know. We know. You're not a child. You're not children of the Most High. Now we don't want your prayers. You can keep your prayers and throw them in the harbor.
That's right.
Nobody wants your vain prayers.
Right.
Right? You don't even know how to pray.
Right.
You don't know what the word pray means.
Right.
Right.
You don't know who to pray to.
Right.
Right. Praying.
Right. Why would I want your prayers? What they going to profit us?
Right.
What are those prayers going to profit us? Right. That's not Job 42:10. Not coming from her.
Right. Book you with Hosea.
No, drop it.
1 Peter 4 and verse 12.
Bring it out.
Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. But rejoice, inasmuch as ye are partakers of Hamashiach sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad. Ye may be glad.
Right?
Also with exceeding joy. If ye be reproached for the name of Hamashiach, happy are ye, for the spirit of glory and of Yahweh resteth upon you.
Oh, what verse you on?
Verse 14.
Keep it.
On their part, he is evil spoken of, but on your part, he is glorified. But let none of you suffer as a murderer, or as a thief, or as an evildoer.
Right. Don't suffer as an evildoer.
Right.
Don't suffer in wickedness. Don't suffer because you keep going off. People saying, "Oh, I'm going through it." Most High trying me. It's because you're going off, brother.
Right.
You shot somebody, robbed somebody,
Ain't it?
stole from somebody,
Right.
hated your brother,
Right.
disliked the video,
Right.
reported a video of a brother teaching
Right. Right.
on your
right.
burner account.
Right.
You made a fake Facebook account and you just keep scoffing at the
Right.
brother because
Right.
you don't like
Right.
it. Don't suffer as a murderer and somebody that hates their own brother, somebody that hates their own people. Suffer as a as a good soldier,
Right.
right?
Or as a busybody in other men's matters.
Right. Hey brother, you got a minute for the Bible real quick? The black shirt on. All right. Read.
Verse 16. Yet, if any man suffer as Christian, let him not be ashamed, but let him glorify Yahweh on this behalf.
Let him what?
Let him glorify Yahweh on this behalf.
Right. If you suffer as a follower of Yahweh Shai, let him glorify the Most High.
Right.
Right. We're literally out here fools for Yahweh Shai's sake.
Right.
Right. Hold that real quick and give me 1 Corinthians 4 and verse 10 real quick. Real quick.
1 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 10.
Bring it out.
We are fools for Hamashiach's sake.
The Lord say.
We are fools for Hamashiach's sake.
Right. We're suffering. We're literally fools for Yahweh Shai's sake. Think about it. Look how people look at us in the world.
Right.
Why are they out here on Saturday and it's hot as I don't know what?
Right.
Screaming the Bible at
Right.
people. Why are they screaming?
Saying we're wearing tassels.
Right,
and all that.
yeah, saying we're wearing tassels. They got things wrapped around their head.
Right.
They keep banging staffs on the ground.
Right.
They're stealing tree branches.
Right.
Right. It's hot. They could be doing other things.
Right. Right.
We're literally fools for Yahweh Shai's sake because it doesn't make sense to them. It
Right.
doesn't make sense what we're doing to our people.
Time.
Sister, you got a minute for the Bible?
1 minute.
Let me give you one verse.
You ain't got 1
You got
minute
time
for
for
the
one
Lord?
verse.
That's one
You got
scripture.
time for one verse. I know, so you gotta come back over here. See, we gotta have time for one verse.
Right.
At least one verse for the Lord.
One verse for the Lord.
We're fools for Yahweh Shai's sake, right? Read that again.
We are fools for Hamashiach's sake, but ye are wise in Hamashiach. We are weak, but ye are strong. Ye are honorable, but we are despised.
Right.
Even unto this present hour, we both hunger and thirst, and are naked, and are buffeted, and have no certain dwelling place, and labor working with our own hands.
What?
Labor working with our own hands.
Right, we're out here naked. We're out here naked. We're out here laboring.
Right.
We're weak for the people.
Right.
That's what we're out here doing.
Right.
If you're being sincere in this truth, you're going to be looked at as weak.
Right.
You're going to be looked at. We're going to be despised.
Right. Yeah.
We're enduring that cross. That's what enduring the cross is.
Right.
That's what Yahweh Shai was. He was looked at as weak. They was mocking him. They was spitting on him.
Mm-hmm.
That's what people do to us. You have to go through those same trials. It's not going to be to this exact same extent, but you got to go through those same trials that Yahweh Shai went through. And you got to be able to be ready to endure that and take it cheerfully.
Right.
Because if you're not being chastised, then you gotta question what you're doing.
Right.
If you're doing is right. If everything is life, everything in life is all handy dandy, everything's going smooth, you gotta check yourself, right? Y'all got a minute for the Bible real quick? Y'all got a minute for the Bible?
No, I'm sorry.
Right? You gotta check yourself. Like we said earlier, if you're like on a team and your coach not yelling at you, you mess up and he just look at you until you go to the end of the bench. He don't explain why nothing's wrong.
Right.
You gotta check yourself.
Right.
Because that mean the coach don't care about you.
Right.
He gonna yell at a star player because he want the star player to be better. He want the best out of him.
Right.
But the person at the end of the bench, water boy, nobody yelling at them. Nobody
Right.
care about them. You go ahead, get your 2 minutes, turn the ball over 4 times. All right, just go ahead, get back out.
Right,
Don't say,
right,
don't even
right.
look at you. He don't dap you up when he come out. He just fold his hands.
Right.
But when the star player come, he dapping him up, jumping up, going crazy. You don't want to be that other brother.
Right.
Because you didn't put no work in.
Right.
Right.
I say you put that brother in because his parents complain.
Right. You put him in because his parents came up and said, "Why my son not playing?"
Right.
Just gave you some participation. Right. They up 40 with 2 minutes left. All right, go ahead. Fine, you go ahead, get in.
God.
Right, and just catching the attitude with you.
Right.
They really don't enjoy you, right? So go back to What was the other piece of it? I heard you hold. No. First Peter, yeah.
Book of 1 Peter, chapter 4, and verse 12.
Bring it out.
Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. But rejoice inasmuch as ye are partakers of Hamashiach sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. If ye be reproached for the name of Hamashiach, happy are ye.
The Lord said,
Happy are ye.
if ye be reproached for Yahweh Shai, happy are ye. We're happy when people yell at us. We're happy when people throw stuff at us.
Yeah.
They're not throwing stuff at people that's telling lies.
Right.
They love those people.
Right.
If everybody was out here loving us, and all the blunt smokers, and all the sodomites,
Right.
and all the whores out here, if they all loved us, that's something's wrong.
Yeah. Right.
You gotta start checking yourself.
Right,
You gotta say,
right,
hold on,
right,
the
right.
spirit in the camp isn't right.
Right.
Because all these people shouldn't be wanting to dwell around us in their wickedness.
Right.
I see people all the time around there. If you listen to them before they come up, they be like, put the blunt away when we walk past them, or they be like, pull your pants up,
Right.
or cover yourself up, because they know who we are out here.
Right.
You know we're not out here playing games with
Right.
you.
Right.
We're not out here to be everybody's friend.
Right.
We're out here to be despised. We're out here to be chastised. We're out here to bring people into the truth.
Right. Right.
And everybody else and all the wicked, they're supposed to hate us.
Right.
That's a job well done, right?
Job well.
Y'all sisters got a minute for the Bible real quick?
1 minute.
One verse for God?
One verse for
I
God.
got a minute for one verse for God.
One verse?
One.
Hey.
See? Read that.
Happy are ye, for the spirit of glory and of Yahweh resteth upon you.
Rest upon who?
Resteth upon you.
No, the rest of the world.
Resteth upon you.
Right, it resteth upon you, right? Sit on that. Oh, that's it. Come, give me Russell.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 28.
Bring it out.
Let me get Luke 21:19 first.
Luke chapter 21 and verse 19.
Bring it out.
And your patience possessing your souls.
The Lord said,
And your patience possessing your souls.
right, and your patience in this trial and this hell that we're catching, possess ye your souls. Let no man take thy crown. Hold on
Right.
to it. Because you got to be patient. You got to possess your souls. What's your race? Race.
What?
Say, why you give us a thumbs up?
Because I appreciate what you guys are doing.
What are we doing?
What?
So what are we doing?
Good stuff.
But you don't know what we doing.
So the Israelites, right?
Yeah.
I like it.
You like it?
Yeah.
You know, according to the Bible, you gotta go to slavery.
Right.
Is it still a thumbs up?
I didn't watch too much into your place. So
Yeah, go ahead, little Timmy.
Right.
Now it's not a thumbs up no more. At first it was a thumbs up, but then we tell him his judgment. He's like, hold on now.
And patience possessing your souls.
Right. Possess your souls. Give me that Romans chapter 8, verse 28.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 28.
Bring it out.
And we know that all things work together for the good of them, Salaki, for the good to them that love Yahweh, to them who are the called according to his purpose, for whom he did foreknow, he also did predestinate to be conformed to the image of his son.
Right. They're predestinated to be conformed to the image of his son. You know what that means, sister? To be predestinated? Predestinated, more so in the sense you've been chosen. Now, who are the Lord's chosen? You know who the Lord's chosen people are? Give me Isaiah 44 and verse 1. You said what?
Us.
Us as who?
All of us.
Say what?
All of us.
Right. You know what the Lord called his chosen people?
To spread his word.
I said, do you know the name that he called his chosen people?
Oh, no.
Let me show you right now.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 44, verse 1.
Bring it out.
Yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant, and Israel, whom I have chosen.
And who?
In Israel, whom I have chosen.
Right, so the Lord's chosen people are the Israelites. That's according to the Bible. Now, who are the Israelites today? That's the $1 million question. Because if they are his chosen people, I want to know who they are. Where are they? What are they doing? What are they supposed to do? What's their purpose? You can find out who the Israelites are through the curses of the Bible. Give me Deuteronomy 28.
It's the book of Deuteronomy.
Read verse 16.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
Right. The Lord said the Israelites are going to be cursed in all the cities over the world and cursed in the fields. Now, you from Baltimore? Wait, Seattle, Washington? All right. Well, you're here in Baltimore today. Throughout all the cities of America, all over the world, what people would you say are living cursed? Meaning living in a bad condition. They don't have any power. They have to be subjugated to oppression and things like that.
Non-believers.
You said what?
Non-believers.
Well, there's people who don't believe that prosper. There's atheists that prosper. So, again, it's talking about the Israelites. So what people throughout the city go through these curses that are cursed in the city and cursed in fields? Because it's
Everyone, I guess.
You said what?
Everyone?
Everybody went through this?
Well, I mean, some of it's still happening today, so.
But I'm saying, what race of people go through this?
Oh, black people.
Right, black people. Right, but when you read in the Bible, the Lord never said, "These are my black people. Here are my blacks." That's a term that was just invented. That was just something that they just gave to us. Like in the 1980s when they gave us African American or Afro American or Negro. All those things were just given to us. They're not in the Bible.
Right.
Right? So read verse 54.
Verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil toward his brother.
Is what?
His eyes shall be evil towards his brother.
What group of people hate each other the most out of their own people?
Wake
What
them
makes
up.
the people hate each other? Sometimes it's for no reason. Sometimes because you looked at them the wrong way.
Right.
Sometimes it's because you got on a different color. Sometimes it's because you got on clothes they like and they don't have. They're jealous of you. Sometimes because you might read one book and they might read another book. What people hate each other all the time? Don't take care of their family. House all broke up. Shooting each other in the streets. Selling each other drugs.
Right.
Crack. Weed. Selling it to their kids. I heard a father say he was going to sell weed to his daughter. He said he didn't want her to go get it from somebody else. He said, "Cop from me."
Right.
That's hating your own brother. That's hating your own people. Because why would you do that to your own people?
Right.
Right?
And towards the wife of his bosom.
Right. And toward the wife of his bosom. We always got broken homes. Right? We got our women being provocative in these music videos and the rappers pouring champagne on them. Right? Read.
And towards the remnant of his children.
And toward the remnant of his children. How is the so-called black man evil toward his children? What's something that goes on in the so-called black community that's evil to do to a child? Not take care of him, dip off on him, right? Leave him. Read that again.
And towards the remnant of his children, which he shall lead.
Which he shall what?
Which he shall lead.
Now remember, these are curses to identify who the Israelites are today. Right? So these curses that I've read only fit the Israelites. So they're only going to fit a specific people. Like today we have bywords. Give me Isaiah 65 and 15. So when you're reading this, we didn't even read all the curses. We jumped from verse 16 to verse 54. And then now we're about to jump to verse 68. You can read all the curses when you have time, because we'll be out here all night reading everything to you. But you can read more, and you're just going to realize you got a bug on your back. It's a bug on your back. It's right. It's on he got it. Right. So these curses are going to identify who the Israelites are. Right? Meaning cursed in the city, cursed in the field, hating your own brother, hating your own wife, hating your own children, not taking care of them. Read this.
Verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
You familiar with Israel? The Israelites were doing in Egypt? Right? The Israelites were slaves in Egypt. Under Pharaoh, when Moses said, "Let my people go," and they walked through the sea. Remember that? Right? Yep. They were slaves in Egypt. It's just because they was bored. They wanted to get new homes. But they were literally slaves. They were in bondage. Like how we were in bondage here in America. So he's saying, because the Israelites don't keep God's commandments, you're going to have to be punished. Because all throughout history, the Israelites always went away from the Most High and always strayed away from the Most High. Always served other gods, always ate abominable things, didn't keep the commandments. So he's like, all right, look, he said, look, I'm going to teach you a lesson, right? And this lesson, only one race of people went through it, survived it, and endured through it, right? Read.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again
Bring the Israelites back to slavery again.
with ships.
With what?
With ships.
One more time.
With ships.
How did a so-called black, Hispanic, Native American man get to America? Get to the islands? Get to South America? Central America? On ships. That's in the Bible because this is prophecy. Prophecy is somebody saying something like in old times and then it comes to pass at the end. Right? So this is a prophecy that we would go into slavery because we don't keep the commandments. We hate our own brother. We don't wear what the Most High tells us to wear. We don't follow the one true living God. We follow all these other gods and we're into all these different religions. Right? It's no religion. The Lord gave the Israelites commandments and instructions, and that was it. He never gave you all these denominations that you have today, right?
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Unto your who?
Unto your enemies.
And the Lord said you were going to be sold, right? We were sold on auction blocks. You say you're not from, you're from Seattle. But this is the actual slave port. That's a slave ship right there. This is a slave port. And if you go up to Lexington Market, that was a slave market. Plenty other markets around here. They used to sell us literally right here where we're standing at. Right? He said, you shall be sold
unto your enemies.
And in the Holy Bible, the Lord said we have enemies. You gotta, people gotta start talking about that. You can't just read what you want in the Bible.
Right.
You can't just read Genesis, 2nd chapter, Lord created Adam, and then skip to Matthew, and then skip to John 3:16, and then close the book. You gotta read the whole Bible. The Lord said you have enemies.
You shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
That word buy in the Hebrew means redeem. Nobody ever came and saved us out this captivity.
Right.
If we was African, how come the Africans didn't come and help us?
Right.
The Africans despise us.
Right.
I saw a video of an actual African talking to a so-called black American on, they was live streaming whatever he's doing, and he was like, I'm not like you N-words. He used a hard R. He said, I'm not like you N-words. I was never a slave.
Right.
And talking down on us because we're not the same people.
Right.
A lot of people have dark skin. When you go to the eastern hemisphere of the world, a lot of people over there have dark skin, but they're not the same people. A lot of people in Africa aren't the same people. A true African don't just say, I'm African. I'm Egyptian, I'm from the Congo, I'm from Nigeria, all these places. They say exactly where we're from. Where are we from in Africa?
Wow.
Wake them up.
Nobody knows because we're not African. We were there because of the what they call the diaspora, diaspora, right? When the so-called Jews, when the Israelites were scattered all throughout the world due to oppression and slavery, just how we are now. We got people in England, we got people in Australia, we got people in China. Read that.
Deuteronomy 4 and verse 27.
Bring it out.
And the Lord shall scatter you among the nations, and ye shall be left few in number.
Ye shall be what?
Ye shall be left few in number.
Right, we're scattered among the nations, right?
Among the heathen, whither the Lord shall lead you.
Right, and the heathen are the other nations. That's what the heathen means. That's talking about the other nations in most contexts. But when you look all throughout the world, you see our people everywhere. We're the same people. We're still going through oppression. You go to China, they don't speak English, but they sure do know the N-word. They don't speak English at all. They don't know any other English word, but they know that N-word. So that's because our people are scattered throughout the world, still going throughout these curses, and we're not black. That's just a color. Look at my shirt. How can I be black? That makes zero sense. We're not African American. Africa was named after Leoscipius Africanus, a so-called white man. America was named after Amerigo Vespucci, another so-called white man. We don't come from those two men at all. Neither one of those men. So we're not African American. Those are just labels that they gave us. We are the Israelites, God's chosen people. And we didn't even, we read you, what, 3 curses?
3 curses.
We read 3 curses. You said what?
How did you figure that out?
How did we figure that out? Me personally, somebody taught me. But it was all through the inspiration of the Most High. Let me 1 Peter chapter 4 and 11 real quick.
1 Peter chapter 4 and verse 11. And it reads, if any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of Yahweh.
Right. So the Most High has righteous men still set up to speak, to be his spokesperson, to graft his people back in that strayed away. The Israelites that strayed away, that went to live like Gentiles, to graft them back in and teach people. So just like how I'm out here teaching people right now, somebody taught me the same way. Taught all these brothers, and it was through the will of the Most High. It's not through our will. We're just man. We're dust and ashes. We're just servants of the Most High. Right? Read this.
Revelation 1 and 3. Blessed is he that readeth.
What the Lord saying?
Blessed is he that readeth.
Right, and if you start reading, you hear what I'm saying right now. This is like surface level. But when you start reading, you're in a true and a meek spirit and a sincere spirit. You're literally going to be amazed at like, how did I read over this?
Right.
Why didn't I see this the first time? Why is this never brought out in church? You start reading for yourself, you're gonna be amazed. You'll be like, is this talking about me? Is somebody following me around and writing an autobiography of my life? Because it's talking about our people. Right? Give me Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 9 real quick. Right? This is how we know that the Bible is about us. This is how we know that we're supposed to come out here and teach the people.
Ecclesiastes 1 and verse 9, and it reads,
Bring it out.
the thing that has been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done, it is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun.
The Lord said,
There is no new thing under the sun.
right, just how we were slaves in Egypt, we're still slaves here in America.
Right.
It's still going on. There's no new thing under the sun. That's why when you read the Bible, it sounds like, you read the Bible, it's a history book. You're sitting there reading about your ancestors. You like,
Right.
you feel like you know that person. You start reading it, you see like, that sound like my uncle.
Right.
That sound like my brother. Right?
The book of Acts, chapter 8 and verse 30.
Bring it out.
And Philip ran thither to him and heard him read the prophet Isaiah and said, understandest thou what thou readest?
Right. So he was reading the prophet Isaiah. And he said, do you understand what you're reading?
And he said, how can I, except some men should guide me?
So what?
Should guide me.
Right. You have men that have been in this truth, that have understood and read the Bible for years. You got people that have been in 30 years, 20 years, 10 years, even 10 years, 5 years, but they're still mighty because they dedicated their life to the Lord, to understand the words of the Lord, and to spread the message. That's what really the gospel is.
Right.
What we're doing right now, this is the gospel.
Right.
Healing the brokenhearted. Taking care of the widow and the fatherless.
Right.
That's what we're literally out here doing, spreading the gospel. The gospel is to show you who you are and what you're supposed to do.
Right.
Right? Read.
And he desired Philip that he would come up and sit with him.
Right. So he sat with him and he learned the prophet Isaiah. Because if you never read the Bible before and you jump to straight Isaiah, you're not gonna know what you're reading.
Right.
You're gonna be completely confused. You might just stop reading the Bible altogether. You have to be taught. The Most High is using, specific people to teach you. Some people might have different spirits. Like say one brother teach, he might not bring out the same things that's going through your life, or he might not teach in a way that's comely to you. Not saying that the brother's going off, but people have different spirits. So the Most High set up different people to teach people. Like some brothers teach, they might be, a little bit more stern because that person needs to get God on. They need to be talked to like that because they've been living their whole life being proud. They never had anybody talk to them like that, so they think they can do whatever they want. Some people, like you, just like how you would talk to an adult, you talk to a child. You don't talk to them the same way, right? Some people, more respect. Some people, you gotta be a little bit more stern with them. So that's how the Most High set us up to be out here to teach our people. And the main thing you have to know is that you're an Israelite. You have to have faith in the Most High and keep His commandments. That's how you have faith in the Most High. I'm pretty sure you've been to church. I'm pretty sure they talked about faith. But your faith has to come with works. Right? Give me James 1 and 17 real quick. Your faith has to come with works. You can't just say I believe and you don't do anything about it. Murderers believe. You know how people in jail believe? You know how people who believe and don't do anything and they sit around and get high all day and get drunk all day? Your faith has to have actions behind it.
Book of James, chapter 1, verse 17. Every good gift and every perfect gift.
2 and 17,
Salaki. 2 and verse 17. Even so faith, if it not have works, is dead being alone. Yea, a man may say, thou hast faith, and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show thee my faith by my works.
And I will do what?
And I will show thee my faith by my works.
Right, and He's going to show His faith by His works. Like us out here right now. Right now, we were talking about it earlier. We look crazy to everybody right now. To the regular mind, to the mind that's not knowing what's going on. We look crazy out here standing in 100-degree weather, reading the Bible, and when we could be out at a Six Flags or going to a party or something. We look crazy that a bunch of black men are in order and there's no drugs up here, there's no liquor up here, we're not fighting. They're trying to figure out what's going on. Why aren't they fighting each other? Where are the guns at? Why aren't they shooting dice? We look crazy out here to people because we're showing our faith by our works. We're out here to teach our people, and we're doing this in sincerity, right? We want our people to hear the words of God and to repent, right? Give me Deuteronomy 14:8.
This is Deuteronomy
14:8, and it reads,
Bring it out.
"And the swine,
You know what swine is, sister? Yep.
though, because it divide the hoof, yet cheweth not the cud, it is unclean unto you."
Right. So the Lord gave the Israelites instructions, right? These are God's chosen people right here. He gave the Israelites instructions, just like any good parents give their children instructions. You got kids, sister?
Yes.
Right. So you give them. You don't just give them instructions because you got bored. One day you're just like, I'm just. Nobody look up at the ceiling. That doesn't make. That's not an instruction in your house because it doesn't make sense. You say, don't touch the stove. It's hot. You know, don't leave the door open. Animal could get in. Somebody could break in. There's instructions for certain reasons. It's not just out of vanity, right? Read. And so the Lord saying the swine.
Though, because it divide the hoof, yet cheweth not the cud, it is unclean to you. Ye shall not eat of their flesh.
Oh, you can't.
Ye shall not eat of their flesh,
The Lord said, ye shall not eat of their flesh.
nor touch their dead carcass.
Right, because I'm pretty sure you ever seen a pig in this natural habitat rolling around in mud. Well, look up a video when you get home. You're going to be absolutely disgusted. You're like, why did I ever eat this? If you're all praise to the Most High. You know, okay, you're vegetarian. Okay, vegetarian.
Pescatarian.
Pescatarian. Okay, right. We could deal with that, right? So, but the pork. A lot of our people eat pork.
Right.
Now, have you ever ate it in your life or no?
As a kid.
Yeah, as a kid, right? Because we didn't know any better, right? We didn't know this was a commandment. A lot of people didn't know this was a commandment. You ask 20 people up here right now, can you eat pork? And they be like, yeah, you can eat pork.
Right.
But the Lord literally just said you can't eat pork. Read.
These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters, and all that have fins and scales shall ye eat.
Right. Your fish has to have fins and scales. That's clean fish.
And whatsoever have not fins and scales, ye may not eat.
You may not what?
Ye may not eat. It is unclean unto you.
Right. It's unclean unto you. So if you have something that comes out the water and it doesn't have fins and scales, you can't eat it.
Right.
So being a pescatarian, you can't eat shrimp, can't eat lobster, can't eat crabs.
Right.
Do they have fins and scales?
No.
They don't. They don't have fins and scales. Shrimp, crabs, lobsters, oysters, mussels, scallops, starfish, what's it? Calamari, eels.
So I'm just supposed to eat the fish. That's it.
Oh, so without dietary law, you don't eat. You say you don't eat meat, but you have beef. That's lawful. You have chicken. That's lawful. You have lamb. That's lawful. But with you being pescatarian, if you're going to continue that lifestyle, you fish with fins and scales.
Right.
And the shrimp, crabs, lobster, all those things, they're like think of them as filtration systems of the ocean. Filters and things like that. You ever seen a filter when it's dirty? Would you bite the filter? No, because it's dirty. That's what they are. That's why there's harbor water. And I don't know what you heard before you came to Seattle. This water is not safe to swim in.
Right.
They're going to try to trick you and say you can jump in there. Don't jump in this water.
Right.
This is the dirtiest water on this planet. This water is disgusting.
Exactly.
So they're the crabs, the shrimp, the lobster. Maryland is known for crabs. They take them all out. That's why you can't see through this water.
Right.
You should see. Look at the water in your hand. You should see through water. What is that? I can't see anything. You go in there, you're not coming back up.
Right.
I've seen plenty of birds land there, go underwater, and they didn't come back up.
Right.
I'm serious. I've been sitting there looking. I'm like, it didn't come back up. That water is toxic because they take all the filtrations, the filtration systems out of it. I seen a video and they put, I think it was like either clams or oysters in a dirty water tank, and they put another dirty water tank next to it, and they saw the clams, the ones the clams was in, the water was cleaner because they cleaned it out. The oysters and the clams were used, they're being a filtration system, and they clean the water. That's what they literally do. All these other, and if you go to these other countries, they still use those, and even though they don't eat clean animals, they still use those animals for their natural uses, for their water systems, right? So those are things you can't eat. No shrimp, crabs, no lobster, no pork, And when you go into Leviticus 11, Deuteronomy 14, it gives you a list of things you can and can't eat. I'm pretty sure most of the things on here you don't eat. I know you don't eat horse, right? Exactly. So we don't really have to explain it. Our people don't eat horse,
Right.
but it's in there for you to read. So the Lord gave us a dietary law out of love. Those things, and we didn't even talk about the bad things about it. Pork got all types of parasites in them,
Right.
and carcinogens and whatever they call it, and toxins. Yeah, and the shrimp, known for giving people Hep A, hepatitis A. That's nasty.
Nasty.
I don't want any food that can give me Hep A.
That's right.
Yeah, high
Nasty.
blood pressure,
Right.
gout, neurotoxins,
Right.
paralytic shellfish poisoning.
See that?
My coworker, he said he ate shrimp before he came into work, and we work at 6 a.m. So I don't know why he was eating shrimp at 6 in the morning, but his face swole up.
Right.
He came in, his face was all swollen up. You gotta watch what you eat.
Right.
You can't. We're supposed to be a royal. Give me Exodus 19:16. We're a royal people. Don't just go on the ground, pick up a rat, and bite his head off. You gotta watch what you eat.
Exodus.
That's why you watch what you eat. You said you're a pescatarian, right? But that comes from more than that. No shellfish.
Exodus 19 and verse 6. Salaki, in verse 6. And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and a holy nation.
And what?
And a holy nation.
A holy nation means set apart. We're not like everybody else. They shouldn't have this trash filtering thing cleaning up the ocean when the Lord already created it. You shouldn't need that. That's how you know this place is bad. They had to create a whole machine to clean out something that's already in. They must put them in an aquarium so everybody can look at. Put them in a zoo instead of letting them do what they're naturally supposed to do on this earth.
Right.
All right. Give me Leviticus chapter 19 and give me verse 28.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 28. Ye should not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead,
So you can't cut yourself for the dead, right?
nor print any marks upon you.
Or what?
Nor print any marks upon you.
What that sound like? Printing marks upon yourself. Sister, we got people got tattoos. Brothers got tattoos up here, but they didn't know that. They didn't know that. What you think when you do something wrong to somebody? What you do? Say you're sorry. You repent to the Most High. You didn't know. You didn't know that was in the Bible because that's not taught. I went to Christian school, church all my life. I've never heard that you couldn't get a tattoo.
Right.
Never heard that you couldn't eat pork.
Right.
Never heard that you couldn't eat shrimp. I never heard those things. But right now you're learning, right? So you gotta repent for getting a tattoo, and then the other step of repentance is what? Not doing it again.
Right.
So you can't get, if you got any appointments, you gotta cancel them. You can't go to a tattoo fair or a tattoo convention, booking more appointments. You gotta delete those numbers and not get any more. So
Right.
no tattoos, right? Read
Exodus 20 and 8 and it reads, remember the Sabbath day.
remember what?
Remember the Sabbath day.
You know what the Sabbath day is, sister? Yeah, Saturday, the seventh day of the week. You know, right? You know what we're supposed to do on that day? Rest. Yep.
Right. To keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work. Thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates.
Right. So you and your whole household have to keep the commandments. Meaning y'all keeping the Sabbath together. It shouldn't just be you keeping the Sabbath and 3 other people not keeping the Sabbath. So on the Sabbath day you're supposed to rest. You can't do any work. You can't be out buying and selling. It's a rest day. It's a holy convocation. Read.
It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 3. 6 days shall work be done, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of rest, a holy convocation.
What?
A holy convocation.
Meaning you're supposed to surround yourself around righteous people. You can't have a holy convocation around wicked people. Give me Psalm 119 and verse 15. Drop that. Give me Psalm 119 15. Read that again. A holy convocation.
And holy convocation, ye shall do no work therein.
You shall what?
You shall do no work therein.
Right, so you can't do any work. The Lord gave you 6 days to get all your work done. There's no excuse. You got 6 days to do all your work.
Right.
Whether the grass got to be cut, the house got to be vacuumed and swept, the dishes got to be washed. You got to prepare. You know the day is coming. You know it's coming up, and the Sabbath doesn't start at midnight. That doesn't make sense. They didn't have clocks in the ancient world where they could tell it was midnight. The Lord constructed days by when the sun went down. So when the sun went down, a day ended and a new one begun.
Right.
So when the sun goes down on what day does the Sabbath begin? Sun on what day?
When the sun goes down on Friday night.
Friday. Yep. So the Sabbath is right now.
Right.
It started Friday night when the sun went down, and it's going to end once the sun go down. What, like around 9 o'clock, something like that?
Right.
9:30.
9:30, whatever. Right. When the sun goes down, then the Sabbath is over. So your Sabbath is Friday night to Saturday night. Right. Read it.
119 and Psalms 119 and 115, and it reads, "Depart from me, ye evildoers. Depart from me, ye evildoers."
The Lord said, "Depart from me, ye evildoers." If you're around people that's doing wicked, you're going to be enticed by Satan to dabble in the same things they're doing. You can't sit in a car of people hotboxing and like, nah, I'm not smoking with them. You just getting a contact high. Your eyes red. You're around people that want to go out on Saturday or want to go out Friday night and be like, nah, I'm going to just sit in the house with them even though they taking shots. You're going to end up wanting to take shots with them and partying with them. And people, a lot of people are like, nah, I would never do that. You got to realize we're earth and ashes. We're man. We're corruptible. Right? It's not to say that some people aren't stronger than others, but you got to be humble. So if you start getting too proud, Most High put a spirit on you to do anything. Most High can put a spirit on anybody right now to go do crack. You ain't never done any drugs in your life.
Sure.
If he wants you to go do crack because you being proud, he's going to make you go do crack. It can happen to anybody. Right? So you got to surround yourself around righteous people. Do you have people around you that are like bad influence on certain things? Right, so with those people, you teach them the truth. You teach them the truth. If they accept it, they accept it. If they don't, you have to keep them at an arm's length. I'm not saying you got to completely cut them off. I'm never talking to my mother again. She doesn't believe the truth. Not saying completely cut them off, but you got to keep them at an arm's length because they're going to want you to keep coming around for Christmas dinner. Because you don't celebrate Christmas, right? Right? But they want you to come around for Thanksgiving dinner. Those things are not of the Bible. You got to keep the Passover. That's what's of the Bible.
Right.
The new moon. Feast of Dedication,
Right.
the Feast of Tabernacles. Those are the feast days that the Lord gave the Israelites. You can read those in Leviticus, the 23rd chapter. Right? Those are the feast days, not these worldly holidays. You celebrate holidays? What? Thanksgiving, we're not supposed to celebrate that. That's what Thanksgiving truly is.
Right.
When you celebrate Thanksgiving, you might as well celebrate this. You might as well be happy about this. That's what Thanksgiving is, when those so-called Spaniards, they would be called Edomites according to the Bible. They came over to the Native Americans, which would be Israelites from tribe of Gad and other tribes also. They came over, tricked them, gave them diseases, make sure they got weak, and then put them in slavery. Because our people are the greatest people on earth.
Right.
We're the strongest people on earth.
Right.
Give me Deuteronomy 7:6 and 1 Chronicles chapter 12 verse 8. Our people like that. You ever say I'm like that? That's what our people are like that. Right? Give me 1 Chronicles 12 and 8 first. Right? Our people, they came over and had to trick our people.
That's right.
Say, oh, we friends. And then they stabbed them right in the back. That's where they get Thanksgiving from. They think it was a meal of a peace treaty between the Native Americans and the so-called white man. Where was the peace when they killed 200 million of them?
Right.
Where was the peace when they took their children to hunger? Where was the peace when they stole their land? And they put their four of them, on their sacred grounds.
Right.
You know, Mount Rushmore was a sacred ground to so-called Native Americans.
Right.
And what
Right.
did they do? As proud as they are, they said, we're gonna put our faces on it. And what you gonna do about it?
Right.
Ain't do nothing. And they say you're not gonna do nothing about it, or we're gonna kill all y'all. How proud is that? How wicked is that? If you got something that's sacred to you, if you got a picture of you and your great grandmother, right, and you always keep it on you, and then somebody come and take it and they paint their face on it all over and say, and just throw it back. What you gonna do about it? That's essentially what they did, but it was a million times worse.
Right.
They came over here, polluted the land, got the water looking like this, gave us all types of diseases that we never had because they don't know how to take care of themselves.
Right.
We taught them how to farm, taught them how to speak different languages, we taught them about our laws, and they turned around and stabbed us right in the back. But our people act like this never happened.
Right.
You think the Lord forgot about this? Why we forget about it?
Right.
The Lord didn't forget about this. And our main focus right now is to keep the commandments, but you also can't forget that, because if you forget that, what they say, if you forget your history, you're doomed to repeat it. You don't know what happened before. It might happen again.
Right.
That's why the Lord said, never trust our enemy.
First Chronicles chapter 12 and verse 8.
Bring it out.
And of the Gadites, there separated themselves unto David into the whole to the wilderness men of might and men of war.
Men of what?
And men of war.
These were men of might and men of war. The only way they was taken down was through a divine intervention.
Right.
Our people weren't keeping the commandments, so the Most High put on our spirit to trust them, to get tricked, to get the diseases, and then to get destroyed for not keeping the commandments. Other than that, nobody do nothing with us.
Right.
We're literally the greatest nation on earth, and it's just the truth.
Right.
It's not being proud. It's the truth. It is what you can see it. You can see all the slavery we went through and how we still prosper as a people.
Right.
Everything they do, and they don't even show everything they do to us. This is less than 1% of what happened to us, and still happens to us. All the water they try to poison, I'm pretty sure you know, being pescatarian, all the bad foods they trying to give us. I know you search those things. They try to put in our community, even in the fabrics they give us, even in the social media they give us. Everything they do to destroy us, and they still want to be like us.
Right.
And they still can't. And they still can't get rid of us.
Right.
They can't eradicate us. What was the lady who made the abortion clinics that was trying to get rid of us?
Margaret Singer. Yeah.
Yeah, she related to Bill Gates.
Right. Yeah. See that? And they trying to they were trying to eradicate our people, trying to say, oh, you could just get an abortion. They didn't want us to have children anymore. Why wouldn't they want us to have children anymore? They didn't want us to, because we start having children, their birth rate is declining.
Right.
They can't have children anymore. They're starting to fade away. That's why they're trying to institute all these new bills and stuff to destroy our people. That's why they got all these rappers set up. Go kill him. Go get him back. He lived right across the street. Just go shoot him. He right there. Pull the trigger. Don't even think about it. Just be on demon time. Put your shiesty mask on and go spin the block. Go get your rep up. Go get your stripes. That's what they teach our kids right now.
Right.
That's why they run around with Glocks and switches. What you run around with a Glock and a switch for? When I was a kid, I was running around with a wrestling toy in my hand.
Right.
Now you got kids running around with grenades.
Right.
Kids in Chicago, I think they got rocket launchers.
Yeah.
Where did they get them from? They want to call us so degenerate. Who gave them that rocket launcher?
Right.
They don't know how to make no rocket launcher.
Right.
They don't want to take accountability for them,
Right.
right?
First Chronicles 12 and verse 8.
Bring it out.
And the Gadites, they separated themselves unto David into the whole to the wilderness, men of might and men of war, fit for the battle, that could handle shield and buckler, whose faces were like the faces of lions.
They was fierce men, faces of lions. You see a lion coming around, you getting out of there. You're not about to sit around and see if he's friendly, trying to give him some milk or catnip. You're gonna get out of there.
And were as swift as the roes upon the mountains.
Swift as roes.
Ezra the first, Obadiah the second.
Right, that's it on that. So they were mighty men of war. The only way we've been taken down is through our sin. Give me Judah 5 and 17 real quick, and I'm gonna get you another commandment. Give me Judah 5 and 17. The only way we're taken down, the only way we don't prosper, is when we don't keep God's commandments.
Judah chapter 5 verse 17.
Bring it out.
And whilst they sinned not before their God,
While they sin not before their God,
they prospered.
they what?
They prospered.
When we kept the commandments, when we didn't eat pork, didn't eat shrimp, crab, and lobster, we kept the Sabbath day, we didn't celebrate these holidays, we what?
They prospered. Because the Most High that hated iniquity was with them. But when they departed from the way which he appointed them, they were destroyed.
They were what?
They were destroyed.
When we depart from the Most High, when we start serving other gods, we depart from the Most High. Who is that, sister?
They were destroyed in many battles, very sore.
Destroyed in many battles, very sore, like we were just talking about. We're literally destroyed in battle. We're serving other gods.
Right.
Who is that, sister? Right. Jesus. Now, Jesus was an Israelite. He was a Jew. Now, we're up here saying we're the Israelites. We're the Jews. What's going on? What's going on? Saying this brother is an Israelite. This brother is a Jew. What's going on? Something ain't right. It's trickery. Slave master wants you to see him as God.
Right.
Or wants you to forget about this. Oh, you can't keep being mad about me. Look, I'm God. I'm Jesus. I'm God's chosen people. Let's read about it. Give me Revelation 2 and 9 and Revelation 1.
Revelation chapter 1
and verse 13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot.
John the Revelator saw Christ, right? He had a garment on down to his foot. And had skinny jeans on, and New Balances, 990s, ACGs, and all these other clothes that we got on. He had on a royal garment.
Right.
And it was fire.
Right.
Right. And girt about the paps with a golden girdle. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
What?
Were white like wool.
What type of people got woolly hair? Black people got woolly hair. So-called black people, right? Read.
As white as snow.
Right, white woolly hair.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Right, he was a fierce man. He wasn't delicate. And you ever seen The Passion of the Christ? That movie? Yeah, it's kind of old. Yeah, he didn't have fiery eyes in that movie.
Right.
When they tried to depict him, he was just walking around like this, talking like this. Even when he went into the temple, flipping over tables, he looked like he didn't even really want to flip it over.
Right.
He set it down nicely. He's like, get out of here. That's not how it happened in the Bible.
Right.
You read in the Bible, the Most Yahweh Shah made a scourge.
Right.
He made it. He
Right.
sat down, mad all day. He said, let me premeditate. Let me make this because they got me messed up.
Right.
That's how you do when your kids, you know they did something wrong, you waiting to get home. You at
Right.
work, you typing all hard, broke the space bar.
Right.
Because I told them not to do. That's how it was. That's how you know it's our people, right?
Right.
And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace.
As if they what?
As if they burn in a furnace.
Christ in the Bible is depicted as a dark-skinned man with woolly hair and wore like apparel. Who is that? Why is that in our? What's going on? What's going on? And people say, well, it doesn't really matter. It does matter. It's in the Bible. It does matter. If it didn't matter, it wouldn't be in there. This isn't in there. You can't find a depiction of Christ looking like that at all.
Right.
But when you look all throughout the Bible, the Israelites had melanin. They were our people. That's
Right.
where we come from, right? Moses, Aaron, Isaiah, Jeremiah,
Right.
Ezekiel, Daniel, Hosea, Obadiah, Haggai, Micah, Zephaniah, Zechariah. All these men were Israelites,
Right.
right? And we are the descendants of those people.
Right.
We didn't lose. We didn't just become another people. We didn't just change you can't change your race.
Right.
You just lost your name.
Right.
You just forgot who you were. Give me Jeremiah 17:4 and give me Isaiah 65:15 real quick.
Jeremiah chapter 17 verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thy heritage that I gave thee.
Right. The Israelites lost their heritage. Who were we before the 1600s? Nobody knows.
Right.
We just only know Kunta Kinte, and then we know Harriet Tubman, and we know Nat Turner, and then we know MLK,
Right.
and we know Rosa Parks,
Right.
and we know Barack Obama, even though he's not really our people.
Right.
He would be considered a different nation.
Right.
But that's all our people know. What about our kings?
Right.
What about we were people before the 1600s.
Right.
They got their kings that go back to their dynasties. They got their dukes and all those people. What about our people? We just got Lil Durk and Jay-Z
Right.
and Lil Wayne and Beyonce and Megan Thee Stallion. Right. You said what? You learned about the Moors? Yeah, they were our people. They were the word Moor just means black, right? So they were Israelites. They were kings that ruled over in the Eastern Hemisphere. King James was a king. We got the sign up here. It's all good. We got King. They say King Khan. They say King James was a so-called white man. This is a true depiction of King James,
Right.
a so-called black king. What they would call a black king, right? He wasn't a so-called white man. During the Dark Ages, they called it Dark Ages for a reason. They didn't know what they were doing. They were being what you would call Neanderthals,
Right.
living in caves, and it's just the truth.
Right.
That's why they had all those types of diseases. You ever heard of the Black Death, the bubonic plague? They got all these diseases because they weren't bathing. They didn't know about soap, smallpox. They didn't know about soap and all these things and how to wash. And you kind of still see it today.
Right.
If you see like the interviews they be doing on YouTube, they go up to other people. They be like, "Do y'all wash your legs in the shower?" They be like, maybe every 3 days. You're supposed to wash your whole body every day.
I wash the top and let the soap.
Yeah, they let the soap drip down. That's nasty.
Right.
That's not God's chosen people. Everybody's not God's chosen people. It's just the truth of the Bible. That's just what it is.
Isaiah 65 and verse 15.
Bring it out.
And ye shall leave your name for a curse.
So what?
And ye shall leave your name for a curse.
It's a curse to be called black.
Right.
It's nothing even good associated with it.
Right.
Say black magic. A black cat is bad luck.
Black death.
Black death. That's what the bubonic plague was called. The black market.
Black sheep.
Yeah, everything dark. Right. Devil's cake is dark, but angel's cake is light. Right. You see how there's nothing associated good with black.
Right.
That's just a color. We're the Israelites. Right.
Right.
Salakia. For and ye shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen. For the Lord Yahweh shall slay thee and call his servants by another name.
So do what?
Shall slay thee and call his servants by another name.
Right. We were called these other names. We were called black, West Indian, Haitian, Puerto Rican, Cuban, Dominican, and so on. We were called all these other names. These names not in the Bible.
Right.
We are the Israelites, God's chosen people. I got one more commandment for you. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 5.
Deuteronomy 22 and verse 5, and it reads,
Bring it out.
the woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. For all that do so are an abomination unto the Lord thy God.
What does that sound like?
Men wearing dresses, women wearing pants.
Give me 1 Timothy 2 and 9.
Book of 1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 9.
Bring it out.
In like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
Right. So you were right, sister. We can't be up here all in sundresses or what's the other one? Maxi dress. Just learned about that. Pencil skirts. I don't know the name. I don't know other dresses, but we can't be up here wearing that and reading Bibles. And you're gonna be like, what's wrong with these brothers?
Right.
Broad shoulders. Men up here over 6 feet wearing dresses, wearing heels, lipstick. It's an abomination. It's the truth. The Lord made men to be men and made women to be women. The Lord is not an author of confusion. You shouldn't look down and try to figure out what that is.
Right.
No, what is this? The Lord is not with confusion. You shouldn't have to look for 15 minutes trying to figure out and then just go like, look, what's going on? They shouldn't have on your application what was your gender at birth.
Right.
That's madness. They doing that now. At your application says what was your gender at birth. As soon as you came out, what were you? Not where was you 20 now that you're 25. What were you at birth? The Lord's not dealing with that, right? So it said, read that again from the top.
God. 1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 9. In like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
Right. And modest apparel. Modest apparel is not showing everything, right? It's covered up, right? Now, look, sister, you see our sisters out here. You see what they promote on TV.
Right.
It's nothing now. It's pretty much nothing. Might as well just be naked. That's what they promote.
Right.
Right? Well, the Lord said our men are supposed to be men wearing manly clothing, and the women are supposed to be princesses, wearing dresses and being covered up. Because no other nation really got their women out there like that.
Right.
No, unless they're here in America, because America gets everybody drunk. But if you go to all these other different countries, the women are covered up.
Right.
They're submissive. They're not fighting the husband. They're not. Is no. I'm the man of the house. Happy Father's Day to me.
Right.
Only our women say that. Happy Mother's and Father's Day to me.
Yeah.
Continue reading on. With shamefacedness and sobriety, not with broidered hair or gold or pearls or costly array, but which becometh women professing godliness with good works. Kind of just to make a point. Yesterday I was speaking to some Persians, right? Some Iranians, women, and they was talking about the women over there they escaped, right? Because the men was killing them because they wasn't keeping their hair covered, right? And that basically, they follow Islam, right? And we know Islam basically created off of the Bible, right? So they got that from the Bible, right? So the lady was telling me like, yeah, these women they start being rebellious because they are influenced by this American society, right? That's why a lot of them leave the so-called Middle East and they come here, and then you start seeing them wearing pants,
Right.
They don't dress like that over there, right? Or else they will put them to death. Right.
Yeah, one of our sisters went over there. Not saying in this camp, but I'm just saying so-called black woman. She went over to somewhere, I think in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
She was over there acting crazy, and they arrested her. She was over there getting too loud, being out of order. She wasn't dressed right, and they arrested her. They're not playing like that over there.
Right.
It's order. All these other nations have some type of order.
Right.
And it's kind of crazy because the Most High didn't even set them up to keep these commandments. But some of them are keeping the commandments more than our people are.
Right.
And that's a shame. That we're God's chosen people, and you got other people working harder than us in vanity, because they don't even get nothing out of it.
Right.
It's in vanity for them. The Lord gave us the covenant. The promises are to the Israelites.
Right.
They're just doing it just because some false belief. So it's kind of bad that our people are doing this and despising the Most High. So our sisters are supposed to be covered up, wearing modest dresses, and they gotta have fringes on the bottom. You heard of fringes, sister? Right. They're supposed to have fringes. This is the last one. This the
book of Numbers, chapter 15, verse 38.
Bring it out.
Speak unto the children of Israel and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments.
Right, these are fringes. Like mine gold, brother got the silver on, brother got the teal on, or turquoise, whatever. Brother got the fancy colors. He got the black on.
Right.
Read.
Throughout their generations, and put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
Right, a ribbon of blue. So we all got different colored fringes, but we all got this blue ribbon right here. So all the brothers, see the brother got menorah on his blue ribbon. The brother being extra fancy.
Extra. Salt of the earth.
And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that you may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord and do them.
And what?
And do them.
Right, these are physical reminders to keep the commandments. These set us apart from everybody else. That's what the word holy means, set apart. We're literally separate from everybody else. We wear these, and they are reminded to keep the commandments.
Right.
When I see other brothers walking down the street, and I see these on, I'm speaking Hebrew to them.
Right.
I'm not speaking to them. Hey, shalom. Shalom a lot. That means peace, king, in English. So I'm saying peace to that brother, and I know he gonna say it back.
Right.
We don't even know each other. I know that brother knows some Hebrew.
Right.
I know that brother not eating pork.
Right.
I know that brother not eating shrimp, crab, and lobster.
Right.
I know that brother keeping the Sabbath day.
Right.
And he knows the name of the Most High.
Right.
Right. The name of the Most High, Yahweh, and a Hebrew. Read from right to left. So Yahweh, we put it together. It's Yahweh. Right. There was no letter J. And there's no letter J in any language until the 1500s. The letter J just came around to 1524.
Right.
So his name couldn't have been Jehovah. It's not Yahweh. That's
Right.
Yiddish. It's Yahweh in the Paleo Hebrew.
Right.
And his son's name is Yahweh Shai. Like I said, there was no letter J until the 1500s.
Right.
So his name couldn't have been Jesus. It's Yahweh Shai. Right? So give me Revelation chapter 3, verse 11.
Revelation 3:11, and it reads,
Bring it out.
Behold, I come quick.
I'm taking my time.
Behold, I come
I
quickly.
got 50 years to get right.
Behold, I come quickly.
The Lord said, behold, I come quickly. You see everything that's happening in this world.
Right.
America right now hasn't seen anything. A lot of people are going to be in for a rude awakening. All these other nations, they're getting bombed. All these other countries are going through war. That's soon going to be here in America.
Right.
And our people haven't been through anything like that. So you're going to be in for a rude awakening. You got to get your spirit right and be protected by the Most High. Like it says in Psalms, the 18th chapter, that the Lord is going to be our protection. You got to have faith in the Most High that He's going to protect you, and not bow and think He's going to come save you, or think Biden's going to save you, or think Trump's going to save you, or Kamala Harris, or all these other fake leaders they set up to just to trick you and to pacify you. You got to have faith in the Most High. He's our king.
Right.
He's our president.
Right.
Not these other heathen that they set up.
Right. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast with thou hast, that no man take thy crown.
That what?
That no man take thy crown.
Fall off your head.
That no man take thy crown.
Right. The Lord wants to give us a crown of life.
Right.
Don't let anybody in the world keep you from the Lord. You letting other people keep you from the Lord, that's madness. You letting flesh, you letting dust and ashes, you letting somebody that's corruptible, that's beneath the Most High, keep you away from the Most High.
Right.
Right. Follow after the Most High.
Right.
I'm about to pass it to the next powerful speaker. Shalom.
Shalom.